you check your phone. Again, Instagram stories flood your screen. Couples in matching outfits at candlelit restaurants you can't pronounce. TikTok videos of diamond rings hidden in chocolate desserts. Your friend's partner just rented a private yacht for the weekend, just because it's Valentine Day. And there it is, that familiar twist in your gut. Not jealousy, something heavier. Shame, because your bank account shows $37.42. Your idea of a nice dinner is choosing between the $5 pasta special or saving that money for gas tomorrow. And yet, you feel like you're failing at love itself. Like if you can't produce roses and reservations, you're not trying hard enough. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit on February 14th. Valentine's Day isn't about love. It's a financial trap meticulously designed to make broke people feel broken. And today, we're walking out of it. Together, let's talk numbers for a second. Not to depress you, but to wake you up. Americans spend $25 billion on Valentine's Day. Billion. With a B. The average person drops $192. But here's what they don't show you in the commercials. 44% of people go into debt to afford it. Credit card companies see February as their second biggest month for spending spikes, right after December. Why? Because the holiday was never about handwritten notes and quiet moments. It was resurrected in the 19th century by candy companies. Yes, Richard Cadbury launched the first heart-shaped chocolate box in 1861 to move excess inventory. Hallmark started mass-producing Valentine's cards in 1913, when greeting card sales were slumping. This wasn't born from romance, it was born from revenue. And the trap works like this. They sell you an image of love that requires money. Then they sell you the shame of not having that money. Then they sell you credit to bridge the gap. It's a cycle designed to keep you spending and feeling inadequate, year after year. But the cruelest part? It makes you believe your love isn't real, unless it's expensive. And that is a lie that breaks hearts far more effectively than any breakup ever could. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex is 24, works 2 jobs, one at a coffee shop, another doing overnight data entry, student loans, $38,000, savings account, $112. Alex's partner, Sam, had been talking about Valentine's Day for weeks. Let's do something special, Sam kept saying. You deserve it. So Alex panicked. 2 days before Valentine's Day, Alex maxed out a credit card they'd sworn to pay off, $187 on a bouquet of long-stemmed roses, $65 on a reservation at a trendy Italian place, without even checking the menu prices first, $42 on a card that said, "You're worth every penny." Total damage, $294. The night arrived. Alex showed up to the restaurant sweating. Not from nerves, but from the weight of that pending transaction. The special pasta cost $26. The wine pairing? $48. Halfway through dinner, Alex excused themselves to the bathroom and stared at their reflection. Not at their face, at the number glowing on their phone screen. $217.33. Sam reached across the table later, eyes soft. "This is so sweet of you." And Alex almost broke right there, because in that moment, they realized Sam didn't want roses. Sam wanted Alex present, peaceful, not calculating how many hours of work that single meal cost. But Alex was so busy performing love, they forgot how to feel it. The bill came. Alex swiped the card with a shaking hand, and as they walked home in the cold, the roses already wilting in Sam's arms, Alex felt something worse than being broke. They felt like a fraud, like their love wasn't enough, unless it came with a receipt. That shame Alex felt? It's not accidental. It's engineered. Social media algorithms thrive on comparison. They show you the highlight reel of everyone else's love. Never the arguments over bills, never the nights eating cereal for dinner, never the quiet understanding that sometimes "I love you" sounds like "let's skip the movie and just talk on the couch." We've been conditioned to believe love is a performance, that it needs an audience, that if your partner isn't posting about you on February 14th, something's wrong. But real love doesn't need witnesses. Real love happens in the unphotographed moments. When you make coffee for someone without being asked, when you sit in comfortable silence after a hard day, when you choose each other, not just on a designated holiday, But on the Tuesday in March, when the car breaks down and money's tight and all you have is each other, the trap works because it isolates you. It makes you feel like you're the problem for not having money. Not that the system is rigged to make you feel that way, but here's what I need you to hear and really let it sink in. Your financial situation does not determine your capacity to love. A $200 dinner doesn't make you more devoted. A dozen roses doesn't make you more committed. Love isn't measured in receipts. It's measured in presence, in patience, in the courage to say, I'm struggling, and still choose connection anyway. Now let me tell you about Jasmine. Jasmine is 26. She was laid off 3 months ago. Her savings evaporated after her mum's medical emergency last fall. When February rolled around, she felt that familiar dread. She told her boyfriend, Mark, I'm sorry, I can't do anything for Valentine's Day this year. Mark didn't hesitate. Good, he said. Let's not do Valentine's Day. Let's do us. So, on the 14th, Jasmine boiled ramen noodles, the cheap kind with the flavor packet. Mark showed up with a library DVD of his favorite 90 Seconds comedy and 2 cans of soda he'd been saving from work. They pushed the coffee table aside, spread a blanket on the floor, and ate with chopsticks straight from the pot. Halfway through the movie, Mark paused it. Remember our first date? He asked. We split a $6 pizza because neither of us had cash. Jasmine laughed. You tried to impress me by saying, you frequently dined on artisanal flatbreads. They stayed up until 2 a.m., talking about nothing and everything. No roses, no reservation, no pressure. Just 2 people choosing each other, exactly as they were, exactly where they were. The next morning, Jasmine posted one photo on her private Instagram story. The empty ramen pot on the floor, the blanket still crumpled beside it. Caption: Love isn't a price tag. It's showing up. Mark commented, Best Valentine's Day ever. And he meant it, not because of the ramen, but because for 3 hours, neither of them performed. They just were. Together. That's the secret nobody sells you. The most expensive gift you can give someone is your unguarded presence. And that costs exactly $0. So what do you do instead? How do you honor love without honoring the trap? First, reframe the day entirely. Call it Connection Day or Us Day. Strip it of the commercial baggage. This isn't about rejecting romance. It's about reclaiming it from corporations that never loved you back. Second, invest in experiences, not expenses. Here are 5 ideas that cost little or nothing but create real memory. Number 1. The memory walk. Walk to the place you first met, or your favorite cheap coffee spot, or just around the block. Talk about your favorite moment with each other this past year. Presence over presence. Number 2. The playlist exchange. Spend 20 minutes making a 10-song playlist that tells your story together. Song 1. What you felt when you first saw them. Song 5. That fight you had and got through. Song 10. Where you hope you're headed. Music costs nothing on Spotify free, but the thought? Priceless. Number 3. Cook together, not for. Don't stress about making a fancy meal alone. Buy $10 of ingredients, pasta, jarred sauce, a bag of spinach. Cook side by side. Laugh when the sauce splatters. Eat on the floor if your table's messy. The act of creating together is the gift. Number 4. Write a Why I Choose You letter. Not a generic I love you. Be specific. I choose you because you always check. If I've eaten before, you ask about my day. I choose you because you laugh at my dumb jokes, even when you're exhausted. Specificity is intimacy. Paper is free. Number 5. The future date voucher. Draw 3 simple vouchers on index cards. 1 sunrise coffee, 1 afternoon where we don't check our phones, 1 walk where we only talk about dreams. Give them now. Redeem them when money's less tight. You're not skipping romance. You're scheduling it on your terms. This isn't about being cheap. It's about being clear. Clear about what love actually requires. Attention, not affluence. Time, not treasure. Courage to be vulnerable without a fancy backdrop. I need to say something hard now, and I need you to really hear it. You are not behind. You are not failing because you can't afford a $200 dinner. while influencers post yacht photos. You are not less than because your love language doesn't come with a platinum card. The people posting those perfect V-Day photos, many of them are in debt. Many of them are performing for an audience that doesn't exist. Many of them will wake up February 15th feeling emptier than they did before because they confused consumption with connection. But you're learning something far more valuable. How to love authentically. How to build something real that doesn't collapse. When the credit card bill arrives, that resilience, the ability to find joy in simplicity, to choose each other without props, that's not a consolation prize. That's the foundation of a love that lasts. Valentine's Day will come and go. The roses will wilt. The chocolate will be digested. The Instagram posts will get buried under new content. But the memory of a quiet night, where you truly saw each other, that stays. That compounds. That becomes the story you tell years later. Remember that Valentine's Day we had nothing and somehow had everything? That's the love worth building. Not the kind that needs a reservation confirmation email to feel valid. So here is your permission slip. Signed, sealed, and delivered. You do not need to spend money to prove your love. You do not need to perform romance for an algorithm. You do not need to apologize for being broke while loving deeply. This Valentine's Day, give yourself the greatest gift of all. Release the shame. Walk away from the trap. Choose the person you love, not the performance they've been sold. Make ramen, watch a free movie on YouTube, walk under streetlights, and talk about your dreams. Hold hands without posting it. Laugh until your stomach hurts over something stupid. Be gloriously, unapologetically present. Because years from now, when the debt from forced celebrations has been paid off, when the pressure to perform has faded, what will you remember? Not the price of the wine, not the filter on the photo, but the feeling of being truly seen, of being chosen exactly as you were. Broke bank account and all. That's not settling. That's sacred. And no corporation can sell that. No algorithm can replicate it. It only exists in the quiet spaces between two people who decided, without spending a dime, that they were enough for each other. So this February 14th, don't buy love. Be it. Your heart was never the problem. The price tag was. And you're worth more than any holiday could ever charge. If this resonated with you, if you've ever felt that twist in your gut when love felt like a bill you couldn't pay, do me a favor. Share this with one person who needs to hear it. Not for clout, not for algorithm points, but because someone out there is sitting on their own park bench right now, shoulders slumped, believing they're failing at love simply because they're broke. Tell them the truth. They're not. And while you're at it, subscribe. Not because I need the numbers, but because this channel is built for people who are tired of being sold lies about their worth. We talk about building real wealth, not just financial, but emotional, about finding dignity in the grind, about loving well even when money's tight. You belong here, exactly as you are, broke bank account and all, because love was never meant to be a transaction. It was always meant to be a choice. And today you choose yourself. You choose authenticity. You choose to walk out of the trap. Happy Connection Day. Now go love someone without spending a single dollar you don't have. You've got this. And I've got you. Your love is not a transaction. You are not behind. You are enough.